I feel so good. I feel so good right now. Like I am so blessed. I got my one of my favorite shirts on. I got a good mind in my head. I got three jobs. Like I'm so blessed. I'm doing something that I love, which is sharing information, which is teaching people, helping people become more literate, helping people become able to calculate higher numbers and stuff. I'm doing the thing that I feel like I was like groomed into doing by the universe. Like all of the signs are there. Like I'm the mad genius. All the clues were there when I was a kid because I was just this insane when I was a kid, but I always turned it around and made it something that I could build off of, when I went to Facebook and I became Bob Craig Doyley, that was that was me learning from other stand-up comedians, me sharing and honoring the tradition. Like, I've started to journal again. I started to journal again, and it feels really good. It feels really good to be able to write something down. Like, because I read a lot. I read so much. I just finished Gödel, Escher, and Bach. Really great book. Really great book. Gödel, Escher, and Bach. Where did I put it? Uh, oh, it's over there. I just finished Gödel, Escher, and Bach. It's a massive book, but it's by Douglas R. Hofstadter. It's so brilliant. It deserves its Pulitzer Prize. It was so good. It talks about nested hierarchies. It talks about deoxyribonucleic acid. This is the kind of book that I would want to get lost in when I was a kid, you know. But big books always intimidated me. It was like, you want me to read all that shit you wrote? Like, but I read so much, but I need to write more. Like, I've already written 5 books. So if I die now, that's going to be my eulogy. But I could be someone who has written 20 books. I can be someone who's written 100 books. Anything to make that money. Like, the technology is there. I just need to harness it. My fourth book, $1,000 an hour, I read that for YouTube, and it was something. It was really something. Now I have my book in my back pocket, and I can just bust it out on anybody and just make them laugh and make them, understand me, my mental phenomena, because I'm an extremely logical thinker. I dislike magic. I'm glad humans are basically immune to magic because just with the normal technology humans are crazy. Like, I just finished this book, How to Handle Neurotypicals. Let me go get it. Ugh. This book right here, How to Handle Neurotypicals. It's by Abel Abelson. Funny guy, really funny guy. This is a really funny book, but it lets me know that people are really cutthroat. Like, I try to see the best in everyone. I try to live my life as if everyone is full of love and deserves love and is capable of love. But some people are really not. Like, some people are just absolutely cutthroat. And that's scary to me. I'd rather be a pacifist than have to be that cutthroat. Like, I don't want to have to deal with how dark humanity can get at times. Like, if I dove into my darkness, that's one where my Batman shirt. If it's like that monologue that he gives to Under the Red Hood. If I ever gave into that place, there's no coming back from me. That darkness, that there's that just takes. So, like, I've been dedicating myself to the light. I've taken an oath of redemption based on Xanathar's Guide to Everything. I've taken an oath of redemption as a paladin. So I'm trying to redeem an evil world, even though it's hopeless, even though I know it's hopeless, because people like Martin Luther King did that. People like Malcolm X did that. So, like, that's what I want to do. And it's crazy because it's like, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I like journaling. I like recording my thoughts and I like making people laugh. Like, I could make money off of that maybe, but I don't want to be famous. Like, I'd like to be known, but I am known. And when people know me, it feels really good. When people don't know me, it also feels really good. Like, I like being anonymous. So that's that. But it's crazy. Life is really crazy. Right? Life is really something else. You live and you learn. I've been reading the Bible a little bit, just getting back into my scripture. I'm trying to kick alcohol and tobacco. I smoke like Black and Mild and Cheyenne cigarettes and stuff, and it's like, that stuff just kills the lungs. So I gotta lay off that. Like, I know I'm addicted. I'm but I'm not hopeless. Like, I was about to say hopelessly addicted, but I stopped myself. Like, I'm not hopelessly addicted. There is smoking cessation. That does happen. But at the same time, it's like, I'm living my life. I'm deciding who I am as a person. I'm dealing with the consequences of my own actions as an adult, as a millennial, you know, doesn't look like I have a future, but I gonna have a future. I'm gonna get white hair, go Super Saiyan. Maybe, you never know when you die. I'm a psychopomp. I don't believe in the whole tie yourself to the future, your dreams of who you're going to be in the future. Why aren't you like who you are right now? Like right now is all you have. In the future, it'll be right now. It'll just be, all this time has passed. And what have you done with that time passed? Have you been reading? Have you been writing? Have you been studying? Have you been singing? Have you been listening to music? Have you been engaging with the world in all of its beautiful shapes and forms? You have to fill your life with little memories like that. Otherwise, you're just gonna go crazy, or you're gonna kill yourself. It's either go crazy or kill yourself. It's like Infinite Jest. Like, I haven't read that book. That's a massive book, and it's even more massive than Gödel, Usher, and Bach because you have to keep looking at the footnotes, and I am not ready for that lifestyle. But I've also been reading Breathing, Chaos, and Poetry. My boss gave it to me, by Francis Bifo Barati. It's a really good book. It talks about a lot of stuff that I think about, but it does it at a very intellectual level. Like, it uses lots of big words like biorhythm and algorithm and all that stuff. So it can be hard, but so was Gödel, Escher, and Bach. They were talking about typographical number theory. They were just, he was going in. I can't believe that all that came out of one mind. He unified Kurt Gödel, the logician, with Johann Sebastian Bach, which is music, and MC Escher, which is art. He unified all of those strange loops. And, that's something. That is really something. I don't want to write 800 pages of garbage. If I'm going to write garbage, then it's only going to be like 10 pages. But, I want to I don't necessarily see myself as getting rich off of book writing. Like, I don't see that. So maybe in another lifetime, maybe if the ontological momentum of this lifetime is preserved such that karma is recognized in any afterlife that uh succeeds this one, there's a high possibility that I'm already fabulously wealthy. That's why I live the way I live. I'm already fabulously wealthy. I have a car. I have a place to stay. I can go to the store and get something to eat and something to drink. I'm fabulously wealthy. And that's all you really need to survive in America. You need those basic things. And you also need a robust social network. That's why I've also been trying to reach out more to my friends and my, you know, I text my friends, I try to keep that social link active because it's like I don't know how other people think about me. I don't know my image in their head. I can't get in their head like that. I can only know my own image and I know what they present to me. But most people just end up telling me the truth. Like, it's hard to lie to me. It's really hard to lie to me because I'll just agree with you. I'll know that you're lying and I'll just agree with you. Because if you keep lying like that, you'll get lost in your own lies. You'll start believing things just because you said them and you won't remember what you said. You know, you end up going crazy like that. And it's like that's what happens when you believe your own lies. That's why I like to stand on truth. I've done terrible things in my life because humans are dark, dark people. But I don't want to go to that place anymore. I don't it's like being a soldier living with PTSD. It's like that because it's like, I'm always wary about other people's intentions, but at the same time I'm also fearless because I know what's at stake. Every day is life and death for everyone, and everyone feels fear around their own death. Everyone recoils at pain, you know and I'm in constant pain. I am in constant pain. Like, that's just the truth of the matter. So I need to work on adjusting my biorhythms. I need to work on adjusting my perception cones, my reality tunnels. Like, I need to work on all of that. And I feel 21. I'm 29. I'm about to turn 30, but I feel 21 and I look 21. Like, I don't look that old. Like, I look like I'm old enough to drink maybe. I got a car, so I look like I'm fresh out of college. Like, that's how I look. And that's fine for me. Like, I'm perfectly fine with my bachelor's degree in English. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that. I know I can't make money off of it. I can make some money like a mercenary. Like, if somebody needs something written, I can just slide in, write it for them, get $40 or so. Like, I've once made $80 off of my writing and I barely did anything. Like, I was just editing. So editors, shout out to the editors. They know how to make money. But yeah, I was just checking in. 12 minutes seems like a long enough stream. But okay.